Yeah, I think so too. All right, what is up, y'all? Good morning. My name is Jake. I'm gonna take you through a full day of eating, right? I think the word diet is, like a bad word. It's probably overused and misused in a lot of senses. So I've never dieted, right? I've lived a healthy lifestyle for 8.5 years. Never once dieted, never once have a hard time sticking to the same foods every day. It is robotic, it is a systematic approach to life, so there's not much diversity. There is no trying new things or, oh, I really like this, let me try it. If it's not in the plan, it's not in the plan, right? If it's not the food that's gonna achieve the goal, then we're not gonna eat it. It's as simple as that. So I know not everybody thinks about it that way, but I just thought I do. And I thought it would be like insightful, I guess, to kind of show you guys how I approach the day and share, I guess, some of my insight as I eat each meal. Right now, 4:45, and just waking up here. I got a little coffee. Started out just 2 ingredients. I got cold brew, and I think it's La Colombe I have right now. We're busy. One of the brands, I have a couple brands of cold brews I get from Publix. So cold brew, ingredient number one. Ingredient number two is that Chobani French vanilla creamer. Tastes delicious. Got a little bit of sweetness to it. You don't need any sugar or anything shit like that. Coffee, I only do vanilla cream and cold brew. Or if it's hot coffee, same difference. But I've always kept it that way, and I think if you have an approach, or if at least have a plan to how you're gonna attack the day eating, you're much better prepared to achieve what you're actually trying to do, which maybe lose weight, which is maybe add muscle, which is maybe get a little bit leaner. Whatever your specific goal may be. If you don't have the right plan from a nutrition standpoint, you'll never happen. So what helps me, I think, too, is cooking them all up in bulk, and maybe we'll try to show that in this video. But you got to think of a way to be time efficient, because I don't want to cook. I'm a single dude by myself. I got to do all the fucking dishes and clean the kitchen up at the end too. I'm not trying to cook every day, 2-3 times a day either. I don't have time for all that shit. I'm very busy. So what I do is I try to maximize my efficiency. I have multiple pots and pans going at the same time. I have the rice cooker going, and I just rapid fire within an hour cook up a fucking shit ton of food and all my rice that I need, and boom, clean it and done. And now I have food for 3 or 4 days. I'll go back to Publix, buy a bunch of more proteins, a couple of fruits, whatever I need. Do the same shit again. So usually twice a week, I'll do like a massive meal prep, cook up, and then one of my proteins, I try to keep it simple. So like chicken is always one of them. Lately, I've been eating steak, so like a top sirloin steak or a filet mignon steak or a ribeye, just something that's high protein but also high in fat, right? I'm trying to ingest some healthy animal fat. So been eating chicken, always the staple in my diet. I have been eating steak lately, which throughout the years, 8.5 years I've been doing this. I swore off red meat for a long time. Currently, again, I'd say probably the past 4 or 5 months, I've been cycling back into some steak again. Maybe twice a week, nothing crazy, but a little bit for sure. I also do ground meats. So I'll do like ground turkey, ground chicken, ground bison, ground beef. All those are in play. You might see those. And then the other meal I like, which isn't really a breakfast meal for me, it's just a later, or could be lunch, could be an after the gym meal, could be whatever. But I enjoy breakfast foods. So one of the things I like to get is a little street tacos, like the very small shells. And then I just make scrambled eggs and bacon, and I'll just make like 6 little mini tacos, just scrambled egg, bacon, roll it up in a little wrap. You get 3 taco shells is 100 calories for the Mission flour tortillas. So, you could have 6 tacos in theory for 200 calories. Post gym, those are some carbohydrates I need. And then the bacon and eggs, the inside of the taco is just protein and some healthy fat. So I try to split out the proteins that way. I do eat shrimp and fish and shit like that too. I do like seafood. But again, lately I feel like I haven't been eating as much seafood. Been eating more red meat. And that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm a young, healthy 29-year-old guy with no dietary restrictions. I could eat whatever I want. I choose to eat this way. I choose to be disciplined. Side dishes. Yeah, so side dishes, I think not many. Rice, jasmine rice for sure. Hot pretzels. Sometimes if I'm just eating like a lunch, Could be chicken, could be something. I don't want to have rice. Like I already ate rice. Maybe I'm just going to the gym in an hour. You know, it's like my 3 o'clock meal. I don't know, just heat up like 6 ounces of protein or 4 ounces of protein, and I'll make one hot pretzel, which is 160 calories, unsalted. But still, it's just a little difference. You know, is there's 6 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber in one of those pretzels. There's like 30 grams of carbs, but the overall is 160 calories. It's not the end of the world. And when you factor it into my diet and the rest of my macros, it seems to work for me. So those are just some ideas of like how I fill in, I guess, the hours, or how I try to stack the meals. It would be like a protein and a rice, protein and a rice. Simple, small meals. Overall should maybe be like 300, 350 calorie lunches, 4 to 6 ounces of protein, maybe half cup of rice. It's not that many calories. And those little small meals in the middle of the day, like 11 a.m., 3 p.m., after the gym when I get home, like 6:30, 7 p.m., those little small meals is really what kind of keeps the metabolism going. It kind of keeps my overall gas tank up and gives me the energy to work on my music and work on everything I gotta do. All right, I guess we'll wrap this little intro to my nutrition class up. I get asked supplementation a lot, like, is supplementation important? Do I need to buy supplements? What supplements do I need to buy? Because there's fucking 17,000 supplements. So I think, in general, supplementation is a good question, and I think, I don't want to say supplementation is subjective, meaning it applies to you and not to everybody, but I think it's more about subjective goals. Supplementation can maybe help you achieve. What do I mean by this? So like, if I find out like I'm iron deficient, then yeah, I need to go to the store and buy supplements that'll help me raise my daily iron levels, right? If I find out that, you know, hey, I have a vitamin B deficiency, then yeah, maybe I should be taking vitamin B complexes, vitamin B6, B12, B3, whatever. You know, maybe I should be taking some more vitamin Bs. So supplementation, I think, first of all, should be talked about with your doctor, right? Like your doctor maybe should do some blood work, maybe should do some evaluations, some basic tests on you, nothing crazy, but maybe see if there's something lagging in your body that maybe you should address. Again, people don't know they're anemic. People don't know they may be predetermined for diabetes, or, you know, going down the route that says they might have type 1 or type 2 diabetes. So like, I think honestly, before we even get into supplementation, you should probably speak with your doctor, and you should probably, you know, see if anything is required. To be honest with you, the simplest, shortest answer I could say is you don't need supplements, right? I'm somebody who sold supplements. I'm somebody who sold supplements at the gym before. I'll be honest with you, you can live a healthy lifestyle without taking an omega-3 pill or without taking a protein shake. You honestly could. With that being said, do supplements help you achieve the goal? Yes, they help you achieve the goal. So what type of supplements are actually worth it? Well, I mean, you could start out with like a multivitamin if you just want to check all the boxes. Like, hey, I want to make sure I'm hitting a bunch of micronutrients, a bunch of macronutrients, not macronutrients, micronutrients, and some minerals. Yeah, you could take a multivitamin. There's nothing wrong with that. An omega-3, like some healthy, fatty acids, some fish oils. Most people don't ingest enough, healthy fat in their diet as it is. Unless you're eating like 4 avocados a day, I don't see how you're getting enough healthy fat. And omega-3s do help increase cognitive function and overall brain health. So those I'm okay with too. So that's 2 pills now. We said multivitamin, we said omega-3. To be honest, in terms of taking pills, that's about all I would say. There's a million more specialized individual. Hey, this one is specifically for, CoQ10. This one is specifically for whatever, joint and bone health or density or some shit. But like, again, that's maybe to be determined by your doctor, not by me. Lastly would be like, well, what about like protein bros? What about Jake? You're always lifting weights. Like, what about, protein shakes? Okay, you know what I mean? 8.5 years I've been doing this. I've been heavy in protein shakes. I've had 0 protein shakes. I have phases with it. It comes in and out. Right now I have been drinking some. The protein powders I used to always use, way back in the day, I used the Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard. Just the simple, basic one. You find it on bodybuilding.com. It was back in the day. It doesn't even exist anymore, really. or you just find it at the Vitamin Shop or GNC. I don't like GNC. I specifically go to the Vitamin Shop, but that's just my own personal taste. But yeah, so I used to use the Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard back in the day. Then I went to the Dymatize ISO 100. Now I do have Dymatize ISO 100 vanilla in here. I also have the raw. Like Chris Bumstead is popular YouTuber. He's 5-time Mr. Olympia. He's got that raw supplements. So I've ventured into that, and I have the CBum pre-workout for when I go to the gym. I only take a half scoop. I'm very sensitive to stimulants, so I do a little half scoop of pre-workout. I take the CBum Savage formula, and then I take the Raw Nutrition dark chocolate protein, or like I said, I still do have the Dymatize ISO 100, but those would be my two recommendations for protein powders. And for a pre-workout, like I said, I would take the CBum pre-workout. Not sponsored, just honest opinion. That's what I like. All right, well, thanks for bearing with me. Let my little nutrition rant get off this morning. It was a good way to start. It's about 5 now, so I'm gonna go plug into the studio. But yeah, need to start doing this a little bit more often. I like to share my thoughts on nutrition, and if you see these and you have something you wanted to ask me, whether it be from a long time ago or you just thought of something, feel free to ask me, because I always like helping people out with health and fitness, and I always like helping people out kind of achieve their goals. I'm always friendly in that sense. I'm always here to bounce ideas off of, or to ask my opinion. Not that I'm the all know it, whatever, but people know me for doing this shit, so that's why I don't mind helping out. And again, we're gonna make the food vlogs, we're gonna make the full day of eating, so that way it's kind of a little more transparent what I do. I mean, I've been shredded 6-pack abs for like 8 years. People are like, how does he do it? It's not that hard. I mean, it's really not. Again, I've kind of explained to you, I don't really diet. I just eat the foods I enjoy, eat a bunch of proteins, some side dishes. But yeah, this was nutrition video number 1. And subscribe for more.